Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some more positive news that was recently released for Tesla. So at least with Tesla, one of the things that I always like to say about this company is that regardless of what is going on, this is always a stock that is super interesting to keep up with because there's always some sort of news coming out around the stock because it's so popular, because it does have that cult following. I have to admit, I'm with you guys in that. I'm a big fan of Elon Musk and Tesla as a company. And in addition, just some of the other business ventures of Elon Musk as well, like with SpaceX, Starlink, the Boring Company, and just many other products and services out there. So at least that's the good thing that Tesla has going for it. Regardless, there's always some sort of news coming out about this company, compared to like some of the other ones that you have in the stock market where on a rare occasion you will get some positive news or some news piece released on that company. But in general, Tesla is one of those companies that does seem to have like such a big following that there's people willing to constantly explore different ideas and different things and even ask questions to Elon Musk himself. So it seems like there's always some pieces of news coming out with this company. And as we know, with Elon Musk being so interactive with Tesla fans on Twitter, he likes to keep us up to date on these things. So regardless of whether you own or don't own Tesla stock, the good thing going for it is at least there's always something going on around it. That's one issue that I don't think we will ever have, at least for a long time, which is not having enough to talk about when it comes to Tesla. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and check out this recent news article by Electric, one of my favorite news sources for Tesla for sure. But before we get into that, just mentioning the stock price really quick. As you can see, there has been a pullback over the past week. I'm currently recording this on a Sunday, so we've got a minus 0.69% pullback this past week, and we are under $1,500 per share right now. So we are currently in the low 1400s. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out this article. As you can see with this article by Electric and of course the author Fred Lambert, as always, I appreciate the information from this company and the author as well. This article was released on the 31st and it was titled Elon Musk, Tesla is seeing strong demand through the pandemic. So just with a general idea of this article title already, this is something that has been emphasized throughout the past few days for sure, especially with the Q2 earnings release on July 22nd in this most recent month. So just a few days ago, about a week ago, we got those huge earnings numbers. As you can see, if we look at Robinhood right here for Q2 of 2020, absolutely smashed expectations in terms of profitability, earnings, deliveries, and things like that. So over the past 4 quarters, like I've mentioned in previous videos, Tesla has beaten expectations, and that has also been 4 quarters in a row, 4 consecutive quarters of profitability for Tesla. So that's absolutely huge. But getting back over to this article, it emphasizes a recent tweet by Elon Musk emphasizing that Tesla is still seeing strong demand regardless of the condition that the United States is in right now. Yes, there are some really negative economic factors going on right now because of the Rona, and one industry that has been suffering or struggling a little bit lately has been the automotive industry. So the vehicle manufacturers like with General Motors, and I'm assuming a lot of others out there like Ford, are struggling right now. Whether they say it or not, it's something that we realize, especially with this upcoming transition from normal ICE vehicles to electric vehicles. And as all of us know, at this point, this transition is imminent. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time, and it's just a matter of what other competitors out there are willing to start off transitioning earlier than the rest before the rest realize that it's just too late. Honestly, it is pretty possible that we could see some huge companies going bankrupt in the next couple of years. A lot of people have been saying that this could happen with Ford or maybe even General Motors, and I'm assuming a lot of others as well. This is a possibility for sure as we see this transitioning happening, and there's going to be a lot of sunk costs when it comes to completely retooling your whole manufacturing facility to focus on electric vehicle production rather than your typical old style legacy automaker vehicle production. So getting farther into this article, it states right here, CEO Elon Musk insists that Tesla is seeing strong demand throughout the whole pandemic, and the CEO attributes to this success to Tesla's online orders. And right here it states, during Tesla's last earnings call, Musk insisted that shareholders and analysts shouldn't worry about demand despite automotive industry as a whole seeing a major downturn amid the Rona situation. So as I mentioned earlier, like I said, a lot of the other legacy automakers out there are really struggling, and Tesla is like that beacon of hope right now, that one company that is managing to excel in a really negative economic environment when it comes to companies trying to sell vehicles right now while everyone else is struggling and out of a job. So for a company like Tesla to still have a lot of strong demand and of course beating expectations in terms of sales and deliveries and also vehicle production as well, that's an absolutely huge statement, and it really says a lot about Tesla as a company itself. And it also emphasizes the potential in the future for this company as well. And then as it mentions further in this article right here, it states, during Tesla's last earnings call, Musk insisted that shareholders and analysts shouldn't worry about demand despite the automotive industry as a whole seeing a major downturn amid the Rona situation. And then it also says, the CEO repeated several times that demand is not an issue and that it outpaces supply at the moment. Now, in an interview on the Daily Drive Automotive News podcast, Musk reiterated that Tesla is seeing strong orders. Now, keep in mind, it goes further to talk about this podcast. I believe that this podcast was recorded on July 31st, and it's available on SoundCloud. I'll try to leave a link for that in the description below as well. But Elon Musk stated in this podcast, we saw strong orders through the whole pandemic. We still have a good order volume. I guess people are less inclined to want to go to a dealership, do the test drive, and hang out in the lobby, and that kind of thing. And this is a great point right here, because when you really think about all of the hoops you have to jump through when you go to check out a vehicle at a dealership. For example, one thing, you have all of these businessmen trying to sell you a car, trying to just push you into making a purchase instead of actually just letting you look at vehicles on the lot. I know at least the times that I've been to look at vehicles at dealerships, there's always like this big horde of salesmen just coming out the door as soon as they see you walk up or drive up. So that's another thing. A lot of people just don't like the hassle of when they want to go and look at a vehicle or maybe just browse the lot at a dealership, and you have these salesmen just coming out and hassling you. Yes, you can tell them no, but I know that there's a lot of people that are just like passive people. They don't like confrontation, so they just let the businessmen try to spout his sales tactics and stuff like that. But I think people are starting to prefer that, and that's kind of similar to the e-commerce category as well, like with shopping at Walmart and local food stores and grocery stores and retail stores that sell other things as well. I believe people are gradually starting to transition just the easier way to do it, which is shopping for things online. At least with Amazon right now, a lot of people have transitioned from retail shopping at Walmart and other places in person to retail shopping online with these e-commerce sites like Amazon. So that big transition is happening right now, and eventually we could see that happen with grocery shopping as well. I think they've seen like a threefold increase in Amazon just with grocery products in the past year compared to the year before. So that's becoming huge as well, as people are starting to buy groceries online. But I'm making this point because it emphasizes the fact that people are starting to just do things the easier way as they get more familiar with the internet and technology and what you can actually do here when you have huge companies like Amazon that are willing to ship you a ton of products as you make purchases online. And then Tesla is doing the same thing as well. They're willing to deliver vehicles to you if you decide to make that purchase online. And like with YouTube as well, there's a lot of content on YouTube where you basically don't have to go up and look in person at a Tesla vehicle to see that you want to buy it at this point, because there's so much content on YouTube showing the inside and out of various Tesla models. So you really get to see what you're thinking about buying just by looking at videos on YouTube. So that kind of replaces with what you would have to do in person with having to go up to a dealership, deal with the salesman, and you have all of this haggling as well where the salesman says, this is the best we can do, and then you decide that you just can't do it on that price, and then all of a sudden he drops it down another $500, another $1,000, and you never really know what they can actually sell it to you for at the minimum. Like, what is their bottom line that they can sell it to you for the salesman to make a profit, the company to make a profit, and for you to get a good deal. Whereas with Tesla, they just brush all of that nonsense out of the way and tell you, this is what we can sell it to you for, to where we're still making pretty solid profit margins and to where you still get a high quality product for this price. So I do like the fact that there's like no price haggling or anything like that. They're just fully upfront on you about what it costs to buy a Tesla vehicle, whatever model you're looking at. And of course, you have additional options options like the Aero wheels and different paint colors as well, which are a little bit more pricier depending on what you decide on. But I do like the fact that if you're looking for a vehicle, and especially if you're looking for a Tesla vehicle, they make the purchasing process a lot easier than it is with having to deal with like these people at dealerships, and there's a lot of nonsense that goes into that. And it also helps Tesla cut costs on dealerships as well, meaning that you get Tesla's quality products at a cheaper price. So that's what makes it a little bit more affordable compared to if they actually had dealerships where they would have to pay salesmen and things like that. So this really is a big advantage, and I think people are starting to transition online for pretty much anything that can be done online. I think as we get farther into the 2020s, we will have more products and more services transitioning from just real life to online, and I think that's just where everything is headed with technology. But Elon Musk is making a huge point right here when he is stating that there is not a demand issue. There is not a demand issue, I repeat. So keep in mind, at this point, if there's not a demand issue, the job of Tesla is to expand even more and scale their businesses even more to make sure that they can keep up with demand and, of course, provide products for people in the future as well. So as we know with Amazon in the past, scaling a business is absolutely huge, and it seems that Tesla is on track to do that with, of course, the Tesla Gigafactory in Berlin, and then also the Austin Tesla Gigafactory, which is going to be huge as well. And then there's the potential for that third Gigafactory mentioned in this earnings call, and a lot of people are expecting for that to be in India, and I think that would be a huge opportunity. I would love to see that happen. But as I mentioned, I just want to emphasize, like with this article, as it says, that this is not a demand issue. Tesla is seeing strong demand right now. So this is even more positive news for this stock and this company. But let's go ahead and jump into the rest of the article just for curiosity's sake. As it says right here, it says Tesla has been betting on the internet sales for a while, and last year it was a controversial subject after Musk announced Tesla would go to a model of online sales only and close most of its stores with the goal of being able to sell the Model 3 for $35,000. However, the CEO ended up reversing the move later in 2019 and kept most of its retail locations open. And at the time, surveys showed that while most of Tesla sales are done online, most customers still went to the stores to get information from Tesla staff and test drive the vehicles before buying. Musk's new comments about demand also come out after Tesla cut prices on its Model 3 and Model Y lineup last quarter. So I just want to emphasize with this right here, it kind of does mention that Tesla has cut prices on their vehicles. I don't honestly think they are cutting prices because it's a demand issue. I just think they're cutting prices because, as Elon Musk has said, one of the biggest issues he has and one of the things that bothers him the most is that he wants to make it more affordable. Right now, it's not the most affordable thing ever for some people in the world and a lot of people in the United States. I've noticed that is one key thing that seems to bother Elon Musk a little bit, is that this is not affordable for everybody. And his goal is to cut that price down as much as possible while also helping them make profits as a company. So he wants it to be more affordable. I think that's more of why he's cutting costs compared to what some people think, which they believe they're cutting costs because it's just a lack of demand. But I honestly think that he's just cutting costs for it to be more competitive and, of course, to scale the business like I've mentioned. But anyways, with this video, I just wanted to emphasize another piece of information about Tesla, which is, in my opinion, and with this article as well, according to the CEO of the company, Elon Musk, that there is not a demand issue and that there is strong demand right now for Tesla products. So I figured this would be a little bit useful. Yes, it's not like crazy news or anything like that, but it's still some pieces of information that I think are valuable if you are a Tesla investor or someone just sitting on the sidelines right now that are actually just interested in checking out what's the big deal about this company. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button, and also feel free to sign up to Robinhood and Webull in the description below with my referral link. If you sign up with my link, then you'll get some free stocks, and especially with Webull right now, there's a big promotion where you can get up to 60 free stocks depending on how much you deposit. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Sunday.